for the last 2 days. Let's wait for Minister Sir to arrive and then we will start with the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to commence the valedictory session in a couple of minutes after receiving the Honorable Governor of Mizoram and also after receiving our guest of honor, the Minister of Industries and Commerce, IT, Andhra Pradesh. Put your hands together for the Honorable Governor of Mizoram, ladies and gentlemen, Sri Dr. Hari Babu Garu, sir. Heartiest welcome to you, sir. Please clap together. So I welcome you on to the dais, sir. Heartiest welcome to you. Ladies and gentlemen, he was also the ex-MP of Vishakapatnam and currently the Governor of Mizoram, our Honorable Governor, Dr. Hari Babu Garu. Heartiest welcome to you, sir. It's an honor to have you here in Bizzbuzz Business conclave. Thank you, sir, for your presence. And a small token of gratification on behalf of Hans in association with WTC Vishakapatnam. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor for us all to have with us the Honorable Governor of Mizoram, Dr. Hari Babu Garu. He is an Indian politician and the current Governor of Mizoram. He was a Member of Parliament to the 16th Lok Sabha from Vishakapatnam, Andhra Pradesh. He won the 2014 Indian General Election being a Bharatiya Janata Party candidate. He is a former state unit president of BJP for Andhra Pradesh and currently, as you all know, our beloved Governor for Mizoram state. Last 2 days we have witnessed and got awareness on various sessions regarding the topics of IT sector, startups and electronics, tourism, pharmaceutical sector, petrochemicals, agri, food processing and shipping and logistics. There was a lot of information that was exchanged, ideas was being exchanged and we have assessed the true potential of Vishakapatnam and Andhra Pradesh. We have Minister for Industries and Commerce, IT, Andhra Pradesh, Shri Gudivada Amaranath Garu. Heartiest welcome to you, sir. A huge round of applause for the guest of honor, Minister for Industries and Commerce, IT, Andhra Pradesh, Shri Gudivada Amaranath Garu. Sir, it's a pleasure having you here. Heartiest welcome to you. In the honor of Indian National Anthem, ladies and gentlemen, I request you all to kindly stand up. Kenneth Wong sir is also joining us virtually.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Kenneth Wong sir, the Consul and Senior Trade Commissioner, Consulate General of Canada in Bangalore, is joining.
Shout out to the WTC people that helped connect me with this event. My office is in the Bangalore WTC, and I know the value of being in such an environment. I want to congratulate all of you involved in organizing the event in this nearly post-COVID world, and for allowing me to join you in this way. In fact, it speaks to our collective ability to adapt and collaborate to meet the many challenges that pandemic has presented over the last 2 years and counting. Canada recognizes the growing importance of deepening our trade ties and long-term economic prosperity across the Indo-Pacific region, and India plays a critical role in those efforts. Quite simply, there are so many reasons for Canada and India to look to each other for new opportunities, particularly as we rebuild. Last year, India was Canada's 12th largest merchandise trading partner. In fact, India has been one of Canada's fastest growing major partners in the region. Over the past decade, merchandise trade has increased by 68.2%. We want to grow this trade partnership even more by building on the promising momentum we saw in 2019, when two-way trade in goods and services between Canada and India reached nearly $18.2 billion. We know that there are key opportunities right here in Andhra Pradesh for increased trade and investment. A good example is the automotive industry, and particularly the EV sector. I know that there are more than 100 component manufacturers here, including many Tier 1 suppliers, and that there are major OEMs such as Isuzu and Hero MotoCorp transitioning to EVs and clean tech. This is similar to the province of Ontario, for example, where we have a large presence of OEMs from the ICE space, and then we just saw a massive $5 billion, or $4 billion US dollars, if you want to figure it that way, a massive investment announced for an LG Stellantis battery plant. On the commitment to strengthening our investment relationship, last year, two-way direct foreign investment between Canada and India showed resiliency by reaching nearly $2 billion despite the uncertainty of the pandemic. But another piece of news is that Canadian portfolio investments in India have grown more than 50% in the past 5 years and are now estimated to be $27 billion. It's no surprise then that a company like Toronto-based Fairfax Financial, led by Indo-Canadian Prem Watsa, is the major shareholder in India's third largest airport, in Bengaluru. Or that some 92 companies from India, including Tata Consultancy Services, Infosys, and Tech Mahindra, are currently operating in Canada, employing over 19,000 people. Successes like these are a big part of the reason why Canada has in recent years added dedicated trade and investment officers in our missions in New Delhi, Mumbai, and Bangalore, focusing on key sectors that are important to you right here in Andhra Pradesh, such as digital industries, agriculture, and tech startups. International collaborations and partnerships are an essential catalyst for science and technological innovation. This is why we selected India to launch our new Canadian Technology Accelerator. The CTA program is a global business development program by Global Affairs Canada's Trade Commissioner Service, which supports the international scale-up of high-potential, high-growth Canadian firms in the world's most dynamic markets. Canada recognized that India, with its young entrepreneurial population, its dynamic world-leading tech ecosystem, and the strong people-to-people ties that it shares with Canada, is a natural partner to work together with to bring increased prosperity to both countries through innovation and collaboration. As we look ahead, we want to work more to create opportunities for Canadian investments in India and more mutually beneficial success stories like these, especially in emerging sectors that we share as high priorities, such as digital industries, automotive EV, life sciences, clean tech, and agri-food processing. Knowing that everyone is here to build more global bridges and deepen the relationship between like-minded countries such as Canada and India is inspiring. Thank you, and I hope to hear more about the successes that derive from this summit in future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kenneth Wong. ఇప్పుడు మినిస్టర్ ఆఫ్ ఇండస్ట్రీస్ అండ్ కామర్స్ ఐటీ శ్రీ గుడివాడ అమర్నాథ్ గారిని మాట్లాడాల్సిందిగా కోరుకుంటున్నాము. సార్, హార్టియస్ట్ వెల్కమ్. యువర్ ప్రెజెన్స్ హియర్ మీన్స్ అ లాట్ టు us. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
అందరికీ నమస్కారం. గుడ్ ఈవినింగ్ లేడీస్ అండ్ జెంటిల్మెన్. హిజ్ ఎక్సలెన్సీ Governor of Mizoram, Dr. Shri Hari Babu Garu, Mr. Kenneth Wong, Consul and Senior Trade Commissioner General of Canada in Bangalore, and my dear friends from the industry, building entrepreneurs, and friends from the media. Good evening. Actually, today is my first conference I'm attending as a Minister of Industry and Commerce and Information Technology, that too in a place where I was born and brought up. My loved city, Vishakapatnam, the city of destiny. You know, I grew up in a village called Mindi, which is all surrounded by a lot of industries. Mr. Sharma and all are there from HPCL and all retired employees from HPCL. My village is surrounded by Hindustan Zinc on one side, BHPV, which is now BHEL on the other side. We have Coromandel on the other side. We had a lot of industries and a part of Auto Nagar, which comes under APIC on the other side of my village. And you all know Visakhapatnam, which is a place which has scope for industry. Not only all kinds of industry, but also a place for IT as well in the new state of Andhra Pradesh. After being separated from the United Andhra Pradesh, only city which has scope for IT in the state of new Andhra Pradesh is Visakhapatnam. We all know during the regime of Mr. Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy Garu, one on the other hand, when Hyderabad is developing as an IT hub of India, Rajshekar Reddy Garu thought of building up IT in Vishakapatnam as well. So IT Hills came up in Vishakapatnam on the other side of Rishikanda and all. So we have industries on one hand, we have IT on one hand. So we have a big SEZ on the rural parts of Vishakapatnam, which is now parts of Anakapalli district. So growing up in such a city and being an industries minister from this place, I'm really honored, and I really thank my chief minister for giving me this opportunity as an industries minister and IT minister. I firstly congratulate Hans India for conducting this Bizzbuzz conclave, business conclave. From yesterday, this is the valedictory function. His Highness Mr. Hari Babu Garu, Governor, also comes from this same city where he studied, and he had degrees from Andhra University, which is a prestigious university for all over in the country as well. So we all know Andhra Pradesh is the second longest coastal line in the country. We have almost 954 kilometers of coastal line. We have almost 4 ports. We have Vishakapatnam port, we have Gangavaram port, we have Krishnapatnam port on the other hand, we have Kakinada port. We have 4 ports, we have beautiful road connectivity, national highway connectivity, we have beautiful railway lines, we have international airports, we have almost 6 greenfield airports, and new one is coming up at Bhogapuram, which will be inaugurated by Honarable, foundation stone will be laid by the Honorable Chief Minister in the coming 1 or 2 months. Bhogapuram airport will be probably starting. We have a small glitch which is about 50 to 60 acres of land has to be solved. Probably in the next 2 months it will be solved, and Mr. Jagannath Reddy Garu, Honorable Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, will be laying a foundation for the new international airport as well. Even though we are not the largest state in the country, we are standing in the 8th position in the country. We punch away about weight class in a lot of areas. Probably for an example, we are number 1 in fish and shrimp exports, and as well in the area of production of fruits and spices as well. Andhra Pradesh contributes to 7% of India's total spinning, ginning and pressing capacity, and contributes to 13% to net textile exports as well. And in automobiles, you all know, we have prestigious institutions like in the automobile sector. We have Kia Motors in Anantapur, we have Isuzu in the Sri City. We are contributing about 3 lakh cars production every year only from Andhra Pradesh, which is very prestigious thing. Almost 10% of total automotive exports from India, we have 10% of it from Andhra Pradesh, which is a very good sign for the automobile industry as well. And our coastline, which is rich in mineral strength of the state and important for industrial expansion in the state as well. Perhaps more than that is the tremendous human resources available in the state. Over 70%, 71% of the state's population is within the working age group. We have a lot of skilled employees, we have a lot non-skilled, skilled employees. We have in the United States of America as well, almost 25% of the IT sector are Telugu people, which is very glad for the state of Andhra Pradesh. We have 25% of IT professionals in the United States of America are Telugu people. So we have a very good age group. We have working age group in the state. We have almost 70% of working age group in the state of Andhra Pradesh. And we have been gifted with a tremendous demographic dividend. At the same time, our education levels are very high. We are the top 3 states in India in terms of number of colleges per lakh of population. And we are also lucky that we have a very dynamic and visionary Chief Minister for the state of Andhra Pradesh, our Honorable CM Y.S. Jagannath Reddy Garu, who is an entrepreneur before he came into politics. After the sudden demise of Y.S. Rajshekar Reddy Garu, he came into politics and he had created history. But before Rajshekar Reddy Garu's sudden demise, he was an entrepreneur as well. He was into business activity in the states of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and other states as well. and he knows what industry is like, how to treat industrialists, how to deal with them, how to give incentives, how to encourage industries in the state of Andhra Pradesh. We need not tell him, or we need not expect to do something, but he has everything to do, and he'll definitely come into the industrial sector with a good number of industries coming up in the state. We have recently opened in a Grasim industry. Mr. Birla, Kumar Mangalam Birla, came the other day to Rajahmundry. He has invested almost 2,500 crores in a caustic soda plant, which has been opened by our Honorable Chief Minister. And I've asked him, Mr. Birla, as an Industries Minister, I have asked him to invest in the north coastal part of Andhra Pradesh, which is Vishakapatnam, because he loved the city of Vishakapatnam. He stayed for 2 days in the same hotel of Novotel. He stayed for 2 days. Mr. Birla stayed in the same city, Vishakapatnam, the last 2 days as well. So we have asked Mr. Birla to be the brand ambassador of Andhra Pradesh as well, because we know Tatas and Birlas were the initial entrepreneurs of the country, which we are very proud of. Before independence as well, they are into business. Mr. Tatas were into business, Mr. Birlas were into business, and we probably think they are the brand ambassadors of the country as well. We have requested Mr. Birla to be the brand ambassador of our own state, Andhra Pradesh as well. Our CM has requested Mr. Kumar Mangalam Birla to be the brand ambassador of the state. So, and it shows Andhra Pradesh has been ranking #1 in the ease of doing business in the last couple of years as well. We all know we have been in the #1 position in ease of doing business. And we have robust single window portal which delivers 93 industry related services through a single platform with online submission, tracking, payment and download of final certificate for establishing industries. I need to read out these because I'm just new to the portfolio and I need to cope up with the subject as well. That's why I'm coming up with my papers now. We have a best-in-class industrial development policy 2023, and we have extended plug-and-play support for industries as well. The state currently has 3 industrial corridors, 6 greenfield airports, and 14 notified posts, as well as 19 operational SEZs and National Investment Manufacturing Zone to foster the industrial development in the state. They have been developed with emphasis on the development of ports and other allied infrastructure so that any investor will have highly developed infrastructure and the ecosystem readily available for their seamless operations. We have launched Industrial Spandana, a one-stop grievance redressal query resolution platform for industries. In addition to lodging of grievances and tracking real-time status of industry-related queries, this platform also offers business advisory services to aspiring and building entrepreneurs, providing access to opportunities in the state. The fact that the Chief Minister has appointed, you all know, I'm the youngest in the cabinet, I'm just 36 years old, for industries and commerce, hailing from the same city, port and industrial capital of the state, is an exemplar of its commitment and courage to making the state #1 in industrial growth. This ministry firmly believes that it's entrepreneurs and people that are heart of a company and they make the crucial difference. That's why this ministry wants to have strong and frequent connection with the business leaders of this region. We need a collaboration so we can understand the needs you have as well as your active participation in skilling initiatives so that you have people ready to deliver in their jobs. We are establishing world-class 25 skill colleges in every parliamentary constituency, 4 skill colleges in triple ITs, and 1 skill university in the state. We need your input and support to make sure initiatives are able to deliver the right skills for your industry. At the same time, the ministry considers people living in Andhra Pradesh as well as the Telugu people living globally to be our greatest strength. We all know many of the people who are hailing in the other parts of the world are majorly in major positions in many industries, many MNCs are our Telugu people, which is a pride to the state of Andhra Pradesh. So this land teaches us all hard work and enterprise. No doubt Andhra diaspora are some of the most eminent and successful people globally. I am leaning on all of us to take up delivering industrial growth in Andhra Pradesh as a personal mission and a collective responsibility. It's time to give back to the motherland. Together, let's build Andhra Pradesh to the next level and make it the most preferred industrial destination in India. Jai Hind. Thank you, and all.
Thank you very much, sir. A huge round of applause for our guest of honor, Minister of Industries, Amaranath Garu. And now I request the Honorable Governor of Mizoram, our Chief Guest, Dr. Hari Babu Garu, to please address the gathering. So, heartiest welcome to you. It's an honor to have you here, sir.
Honorable Minister for IT, Commerce, Industries, Mr. G. Amaranath, distinguished participants, my dear friends. I am very happy to participate in this business conclave, valedictory function, with an objective of discussing the potential of Andhra Pradesh and opportunities available in Andhra Pradesh. I really compliment the management of Hans India to organize such a conference with a theme of industrial development in Andhra and Vizag. When we talk about industrial development, I see what is the potential for the state of Andhra Pradesh and particularly to Vishakapatnam. If you see any city in the world which has grown with rapid growth, what are the characteristics of those cities? To my mind, a city has grown to maximum extent which has the seaport and also associated with an international airport. That area will have lot of potential for development. Mumbai, Calcutta, any city has both international airport and the seaport. Visakhapatnam has the international airport, the major Hong Kong, Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand. After the tour, when the Chief Minister arranged the meeting, what are your impressions about the tour? I think the only one impression I told the meeting on that day, you have sent us to China, we have seen China. Beijing is the capital of China, but the actual development is taking place in southern China, Shanghai. Shanghai is the southern city in China having, as I told you, both international airport and also seaport. But Beijing doesn't have seaport. After seeing China, I advised the government of Andhra Pradesh, even though Hyderabad is the capital of Andhra Pradesh at the time, Visakhapatnam is the Shanghai of Andhra Pradesh. We have to concentrate on Andhra Pradesh for the development of industry. That was the suggestion I gave on that day. Of Andhra Pradesh, Honorable Minister detailed about the infrastructure facilities. Andhra Pradesh has a coastline of 974 kilometers. All along the coast you have the national highway. All along the coast you have the main broad gauge line connecting Chennai and Calcutta. What else anybody wants in infrastructure? Therefore, Andhra Pradesh is blessed with the basic infrastructure of all these things. What all we have to do is, we have a lot of potential. Even though we have 4 operating ports, we have the potential to set up another 5 or 6 ports along the coast. That is the nature's gift to Andhra Pradesh, 974 kilometers of the sea coast, where you can start ports, other activities. Therefore, the primary attention must be development of ports and also to have the port-led development in Andhra Pradesh. That should be the best possible option for the entrepreneurs that can be considered. When we think about other fields like agriculture, as the Honorable Minister said that aqua is one of the exports that are happening from Andhra Pradesh. I think in India more than 45,000 crores of marine exports are being done. Out of that 45,000, more than 35% of the exports are from Andhra Pradesh. Not only aqua, marine products. If you take any agricultural product in Andhra Pradesh, take for example the main crop is rice. Rice has the export potential. We have cotton. Raw cotton or cotton yarn is having export potential. I think in Guntur, Prakasham, Nellore, other districts, we grow tobacco. Tobacco has a lot of export potential. We have turmeric. It has a lot of export potential. We have maize. We have sugarcane. All these products have export potential. Similarly, we have coffee near Araku. I think Araku branded coffee is also being exported. Therefore, basically being the agricultural state, Andhra Pradesh has lot of potential in agriculture also. My advice to state government is that the state government should think of establishing an agricultural export development agency in the state to give ideas to the farmers and other people how the export potential is there in other countries for what product and opportunities where are they. I think if we can disseminate this information to the people, I think many people may come forward to export agricultural products in large way from Andhra Pradesh. Not only agri products, horticulture products. I think we have lot of demand nowadays for Nujividu mangoes, Banganapalli mangoes, Nujividu rasam. All these mangoes are having lot of export potential. I think anybody in the world, if anybody in America or other advanced countries, if they taste Banganapalli mango, I think they will not leave it for his life. Always he likes that Banganapalli mango. What all we have to do is we have to start sending the product to those countries and make the people to have a taste of it. Then if they taste it, I think that will continue forever and lot of possible potential opportunities for export of fruits are also there from Andhra Pradesh. I think agriculture is one of the major area. With regard to Vishakapatnam, I will just touch upon 3-4 factors of Vishakapatnam and then conclude my speech. If you want to develop Vishakapatnam, Vishakapatnam has potential in primarily 3 sectors. One is pharmaceuticals. Even now we have 85 manufacturing companies in pharma in and around Vishakapatnam and also including Srikakulam district. Worth the name in pharma industry. All the companies are having their units in and around Vizag. Say Mylan, Pfizer, Laurus, all the worth the name companies are having units in Andhra Pradesh. Because of the pollution issues and all that, Hyderabad is the major hub. But for the last 5, 6 years, 7 years, the Visakhapatnam area is attracting a lot of investments in pharmaceuticals. Even pharma exports are possible from Andhra Pradesh. The other sector is IT, information technology. As the Honorable Minister rightly pointed out that after Hyderabad, Visakhapatnam is the only city which has potential for the development of IT industry. If any American IT company comes to Visakhapatnam and visits hill number 2, hill number 3 and see the panoramic view of Bay of Bengal on the beach road, I think nobody will leave Visakhapatnam and except without setting up any unit in Vizag. Such a beautiful place we have, lot of potential for IT development. I think in the last 3-4 years in the Government of India there was a scheme IPBS. That means if any company provides an opportunity to recruit people for one seat, they have some incentive schemes. Under that scheme, Visakhapatnam is being sanctioned the highest number of seats in IPBS. Therefore, today morning I met the officials of STPI, Software Technology Park of India. They were saying that all the seats were being filled and all the people were employed and people are working in Vizag. I think more than 100 companies in IT are functioning now in Visakhapatnam. Further, lot of scope is there. I think we can showcase Visakhapatnam as one of the finest destination for the IT industry. This is the other sector we have for the development. The third one is tourism. You have beautiful beach. You have scope for developing the beautiful beach resorts. You can attract more tourists to Visakhapatnam. Even now we are attracting. I think if the vacation comes, people from West Bengal and Orissa are coming to Vizag and they are spending a lot of time in Visakhapatnam city and going in their vacation. If we can develop much more tourism spots, many more tourism spots, I think we can attract more tourists to Visakhapatnam area. And once the tourists start coming into the city's GDP growth rate will increase, income will increase, employment generation will be there. I think this is the sector which we have to concentrate. Not only the beach resorts, we have within 100 and 120 kilometers range, we have finest hill resorts like Anantagiri, Araku, Paderu, and also Lambasingi and other areas. Lambasingi is one of the best tourism spot during winter where people can experience the lowest temperature like +2, +3 in the winters. I think you need not go to Kashmir to experience that chillness, but you can go to Lambasingi and experience the same feeling. Therefore, we need to improve upon the facilities, infrastructure for the tourists to stay there. I think if the resorts are going to be set up in those areas, lot of tourists will be attracted towards Visakhapatnam area. I think about 4 years back, as a member of the National Shipping Board, I visited Mangalore. In that meeting, Mangalore Port Trust chairman was giving a presentation about the operations of the Mangalore Port Trust. At that time, one lady was the chairman. She was mentioning that Mangalore has received during that year about 56 cruise ships into Mangalore port. 56 cruise ships, international cruise ships. Then I could not understand if a small town like Mangalore can attract such a huge number of cruise ships, why we are not exploiting that potential in Visakhapatnam. Then I came here, I organized a meeting with Port Trust chairman, tour operators and other people. Why don't we invite the international tourist cruise operators to come to Visakhapatnam, and we can formulate some 1 or 2, 3 days tour program to visit the places in and around Visakhapatnam so that they can go back to another destination. At the time, the deficiency what we understood was there was no cruise terminal in Visakhapatnam port, and also these customs and immigration facilities for the benefit of the tourists. Then why don't we think about a cruise terminal, exclusive tourism cruise terminal in Visakhapatnam port? They formulated some program. I think it is under construction. In a short time, the specialized cruise terminal may come into operational in Visakhapatnam port. Once the cruise terminal comes into operation, I think Visakhapatnam has the potential to attract many more cruise ships for our area, and many tourists inflow will be there into the city of Visakhapatnam. I think these are the 3 major areas where we can concentrate to improve the visibility of Visakhapatnam and North Andhra to the entire world. In addition to this hill tourism, sea tourism, and also cruise tourism, another opportunity Andhra Pradesh is having is the pilgrimage tourism. Say if you start from Srikakulam, Surya temple, then to Simhachalam, Simhachalam to Annavaram, Annavaram to Kanakadurga, Kanakadurga to Tirupati, from Tirupati to Srisalem, and if you can work out a circuit, pilgrimage tourism, tourist circuit, I think people who are interested in spiritualism and pilgrimage, visiting temples, I think temple tourism is one of the potential area for development of tourism in Andhra Pradesh. I think food processing. Food processing is another, I think in agricultural products only it comes. Food processing industry also promises good potential in Andhra Pradesh. Not only exports from marine products, shrimp, but also the horticulture products. I think nowadays, I think where from I come, Mizoram state, it is famous in dragon fruit cultivation. Nowadays, we are also having in Elkota area, some people are cultivating dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is another opportunity in Andhra Pradesh to encourage, and I think 1 kg of dragon fruit fetches around 200 rupees to 250 rupees, where the farmers can get good income. Dragon fruit, we have 2 varieties, one is the white pulp, the other one is the red pulp inside. I think both the white pulp and red pulp dragon fruit can be grown anywhere. It is a strong variety of plant. I think we can encourage this type of horticulture, fruit production also in Andhra. I think these are the, I think I can go on enlisting the opportunities available in Andhra Pradesh and Visakhapatnam. Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi is having a vision to develop Indian economy and achieve this $5 trillion club. I think his vision is to see that India is going to be the 3rd largest economy in the world. To achieve this, to be the 3rd largest economy in the world and fastest growing economic force in the global arena, I think each state has a role to play to achieve that objective. He has given a call for vocal for local. He is envisaging that every state has to identify the potential of its exports and try to export as much as possible. Encourage the local products. We are importing lot of toys. Even the toys can be manufactured in every state. Like we have Etikoppaka toys, Kondapalli Bommalu, Lepachi handicrafts. So many things we have. He is encouraging people to do exports of these toys also to the other countries, identifying a particular product for a particular district, product specific for a district, and encourage that to be exported and see that economy is being strengthened. I think Visakhapatnam is also having a big role to play in achieving India's this third position in the global economy. He also emphasizes on the import substitution. When we talk about agriculture, the best import substitution is what we are importing today from Malaysia and other countries is the edible oil. Andhra Pradesh has lot of potential to grow palm oil. Nowadays we have a very good opportunity in palm oil. The price of palm oil 1 ton is fetching now 22,000 rupees. Each acre will produce about 10 tons. 10 into 22,000, I think 2,20,000 rupees income is there for today for palm oil per acre for agriculture. I think this is the best import substitution to reduce the imports from other countries and produce for ourselves to have the self-sufficiency. Like that, if you enumerate lot of opportunities, ample opportunities are there in Andhra Pradesh, in and around Visakhapatnam. Lastly, one opportunity I can mention and take leave of you. Today crude oil prices are going up like anything. Now a liter of petrol costs more than 120 rupees. Cost of a liter diesel is about 105 rupees. I think for the economy to be strengthened in the country, the dependence on the crude oil should be minimized as much as possible. Then the country has lot of potential to grow. For that, the only substitution, now Honorable Minister Nitin Gadkari is emphasizing day in and day out, that from agriculture, from sugarcane juice, you can manufacture ethanol which can be mixed into petrol. Now the government is mixing about 10% of ethanol into petrol. The government's objective is to increase it to 20% for mixing into petrol. Then to that extent of 20%, we are reducing our import burden in the country. Not only that, even the broken rice, maize and other food grains, spoiled food grains, can also be utilized to produce ethanol. I think Government of India has given permission to produce ethanol grain based. I think many of the units may start functioning within the coming 2-3 years. I think the import dependency may decrease once the ethanol projects come into production. That is one way of reducing import. The other opportunity is that now you have the vehicles, EVs, electric vehicles, without using crude oil, without using petrol or diesel, using energy, power, you can have your transportation. Now electric two-wheelers have come, electric four-wheelers are also coming. I think in the coming 10 to 15 years, I think all the petrol, diesel vehicles will be replaced by the electric vehicles. Once you go for electric vehicles, you can reduce the requirement of the petrol and diesel, and the import dependence also can be reduced. I think if the government, whatever the steps they are taking to see that this economy is going to grow, going to be the largest economy in the world, I think these are the steps government is taking to achieve that objective. And when the government is trying to achieve these objectives, what are the opportunities available for the entrepreneurs? I think the entrepreneurs should think these things and try to identify the opportunities to set up their units. I think when I remember once in a meeting, Dhirubhai Ambani, father of Mukesh and Anil Ambani, he was asked in a meeting, what is the policy of yours to be successful in your business? He replied, my policy is to follow the policy of the government. Whatever the government is encouraging, I try to follow it up and I set up the units like that and I will be successful. I think my advice to all of you is follow the policy of the government and try to identify the opportunities and be successful in your ventures. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Sir, you have shed light on various topics, various sectors, and we're all very happy to be in Vishakapatnam today. Thank you very much. And ladies and gentlemen, hence Vishakapatnam is potentially a great city for expansion in all the sectors, as told by our panelists and also our honorable guests of honors. And now, I request Varaprasad Garu, the Vice Chairman of WTC Vizag, to give the token of gratification to the Honorable Governor. And may I request the Associate Director of WTC Vishakapatnam, Srujana, to give over the token of gratification to the Honorable Minister for Industries, Gudivada Amaranath Garu. Thank you very much. And now I request everybody to kindly stand up in the honor of Indian National Anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
Jai Hind. Thank you very much. A huge round of applause for our Honorable Governor of Mizoram, Dr. Hari Babu Garu, and a huge round of applause and thank you for the Minister of Industry and Commerce, IT, Sri Gudivada Amaranath Garu. Heartiest welcome and thank you very much to you, sir, for your time. Kindly requesting everybody to please be seated and to make the way for our Honorable Governor and our Minister. Kindly requesting everybody to clear the way. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we have successfully completed the 2 days of Bizzbuzz Business Conclave 2022, presented to us by Hans in association with the WTC Vishakapatnam. What an incredible business conclave this was. We have seen the eminent personalities, the business pioneers here attend, take their time out in shedding light on various topics. The assessment of potential of Vishakapatnam, the true potential of Vishakapatnam has been seen. Various ideas have been exchanged. This was a successful 2-day conclave organized by Hans. And I thank our sponsors, Aurobindo Pharma, Union Bank of India, Sri City. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank our esteemed partners, esteemed dignitaries, esteemed panelists, and I also thank all all of you for your participation. Thanking our media, especially HMTV, and all of you all for your valuable timing. With that, I sign off. Thank you very much. This is Sharmila Kasala, signing off, your show host. Thank you. Jai Hind.